July 2016. Faster Horses Festival in Brooklyn, Michigan. One of the biggest country music festivals in the Midwest. Blake Shelton was headlining Saturday night, and Gwen Stefani decided to show up. According to people who were backstage that night, Blake's team tried to talk her out of it. The festival crowd was hardcore country. It wasn't the place for a pop star girlfriend.
It's incredible. I'm being funny, but it's an incredible thing. Like, not many artists are ever gonna see that, if any.
But Gwen came anyway, and what happened next became one of the most talked about moments in country music that year. Blake Shelton had been headlining Faster Horses for years. It draws people from rural Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, people who listen to country radio exclusively. They drive trucks. They know every word to every Blake Shelton song. Blake's set was scheduled for 10 p.m. The crowd had been drinking since noon. They were rowdy, loud, and ready for their hometown hero.
I just got a new truck. We're both trying to figure out the stereo. So what are you doing? You go, well, I was trying to find Kiss FM to see if I could hear my new song on there.
Yeah.
I pushed one button because I don't know what to do either, and Kiss FM came on, and your song was already playing.
Blake and Gwen had been public for about a year. Blake was apparently trying to show Gwen his world. He wanted her to see him perform for real country fans. One member of Blake's band told a journalist months later, "We all knew it was a bad idea. You don't bring your pop star girlfriend to a festival like Faster Horses."
Great memories that we could ever make together.
It all went down at his stepdad Blake Shelton's bar, Ole Red, the country crooner first taking the stage himself, his wifey Gwen proudly watching from the crowd.
But Blake was in love. He wasn't thinking straight. Blake started his set around 10:15 p.m. He opened with Boys Round Here. The crowd went crazy. He played through his set list. Honeybee, God Gave Me You, Sangria. The crowd loved every second. Then around 10:45 p.m., Blake brought Gwen on stage. Blake didn't announce her properly. He just said, "I've got someone special here tonight," and gestured toward the side of the stage. Gwen walked out wearing skinny jeans, heeled boots, and a leather jacket. Her blonde hair was pulled back. She looked like she was going to a fashion show, not a country festival. The crowd's reaction was immediate. Confusion first, then scattered boos. Not the whole crowd, but enough that it was clearly audible. One fan in the front row told a reporter, "People around me were saying, 'What is she doing here?' Some people actually started leaving."
When do I like myself the most? And it was right when Blake started loving me. And I wanted to write a song about that because when you actually feel love for the first time, they reflect you. You can see yourself.
Blake introduced Gwen and said they were going to sing Go Ahead and Break My Heart together. The song started. Blake sang his parts fine. But when Gwen started singing, the booing got louder. People were yelling. You could see Blake's face change. He realized what was happening. Gwen kept singing. She didn't stop or walk off stage, but you could tell she heard it. Her smile looked forced. She kept glancing at Blake like she needed reassurance.
The location of the wedding held significance for Blake and the three boys.
But my kids are really lucky.
As the country star told E.T., he spent quality time with Gwen's entire family at the Oklahoma estate.
It's been great, and it's...
One person who was there said, "It was the most uncomfortable 3.5 minutes I've ever witnessed at a concert. Half the crowd was silent. The other half was actively hostile. When the song ended, there was some applause, but underneath it you could still hear people booing." Blake said, "Give it up for Gwen Stefani," and she waved to the crowd. Then she walked off stage. She didn't come back out. According to a crew member, Gwen went straight to Blake's tour bus. She didn't talk to anyone. Blake finished his set with 3 more songs, but the energy was completely different. The crowd seemed disappointed. Blake seemed distracted. One of Blake's longtime fans told a country music blog, "It felt like Blake had betrayed us. We came to see him, not some pop princess trying to play country." Blake's team went into damage control immediately. His publicist told him not to mention Gwen in any interviews for weeks.
But I don't want to kill you, so. Well, Scott already said he don't want to say anything. Thank God.
But the story got out anyway. Videos from the crowd appeared on YouTube within days. You could hear the boos clearly. Country music blogs picked it up. Blake never commented on it publicly. When asked about performing with Gwen in an interview a month later, he changed the subject. His exact words were, "We're just focused on the music right now." Gwen also stayed silent. But according to people close to her who spoke to Us Weekly, she was deeply hurt. She'd never been booed before in her entire career. One source said, Gwen told friends that she felt humiliated. She didn't understand how protective country fans are. After Faster Horses, Blake stopped bringing Gwen to country festivals. She showed up at award shows and industry events, but not at concerts where real fans paid to see him perform. In 2017, Blake headlined a festival in Ohio. Gwen was with him that weekend, but she stayed backstage the entire time. According to someone on the tour, Blake specifically asked her not to go out. By 2018, the pattern was clear. Gwen would come to Blake's big TV appearances or performances in Los Angeles, but when he played country venues in the South or Midwest, she wasn't there. Country music fans have long memories. Even now, when Blake mentions Gwen in interviews, you can find comments from people who were at Faster Horses. They still talk about how uncomfortable it was. One fan wrote on Reddit in 2023, "I was there when Gwen got booed at Faster Horses. Blake's never been the same at that festival since."
I just wanted to make, yes, I wanted to make the show but not be on the show, right?
Yeah.
And it's Taylor Sheridan is the other producer. And Lee, you remember Lee Metzger?
Yeah.
Lee's a part of the
I think
project.
Taylor and I talked about it when he was here.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But Keith Urban is our headliner for the show. And
Wow.
yes, he's incredible. He's
Someone to bring in ratings.
And I was excited because I wanted to be Keith Urban's boss and be like, hey, get me a drink.
Blake and Gwen got married in 2021. He's largely stopped playing traditional country festivals. He does some corporate events, some smaller venue shows, but he doesn't put himself or Gwen in that position anymore. The Faster Horses incident taught both of them something important. Blake learned that his country fans wouldn't automatically accept Gwen just because he loved her. And Gwen learned that country music wasn't going to welcome her no matter how many duets she recorded. Some people think the crowd was too harsh. Gwen was just trying to support her boyfriend. But country fans see it differently. To them, Gwen represented everything wrong with modern country music, pop artists trying to cross over without earning it. That night at Faster Horses, 40,000 people told Gwen Stefani exactly how they felt, and she's never forgotten it. Do you think country fans went too far by booing Gwen, or were they just protecting their music? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories about the real moments that don't make the highlight reels. Thanks for watching.